Spell it with two letters.
Yeah. Do you have Staples in Australia?
The store or the thing you put in paper in.
The store.
No, we don't have.
Um, they have a button. Like it's literally just like a button, and
Hmm.
it's all it is a button, and it says that was easy. Like that's it. Like
Oh yeah, I've seen
like
those buttons.
I kid you not. Yeah. I don't know if
That
I
was
don't know if
easy.
I don't know if they came up with it or what, but it's all the button is. It's all it does. It just goes. That was easy. That was easy.
I love that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Crash McQueen is streaming. Well, I guess I'll watch, seeing how I am him. I'll let
But
you.
bum bum. But bum. But bum.
Gets the people going.
Oh, check out fucking Tim Lee's fucking
Oh,
logo.
we're
Look
on.
at that
We're
shit.
live now, dude.
Hey, Tim Lee, look at his logo. That's sick.
Oh, that's killer.
I
Oh
don't know if it's
god.
to fit Racing
Oh
Flame.
god. Pork is in here too. He heard you just drop it. You're gonna get in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Uh
His wife's in the room.
oh.
Sorry, master.
Sorry. Sorry, sir. I really didn't mean
Sorry.
it. Naughty, naughty, he says. I swear, sir. I really didn't mean it. It slipped out, I promise.
I'm sorry, sir.
It'll never happen again. I promise.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Please forgive me. I know I have wronged.
Who are we still waiting on? Seven
uh,
drivers.
Noga says he hasn't got an invite yet. Monkey Mafia. We're gonna cut
Noggin.
for those in us right now. We gotta cut Clog some slack here. This is his first time hosting. Our boy, as you can see him in chat, Porkchops is away and is unfortunately not being able to take the seat, and it will be filled by Noganator. Whoa. Let's go. Four more people.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good today. We're still the tiniest bit off behind schedule here, but it is what it is. Today we are in Spa for those who can't see. I'm sure you'll be able to see that on your screen. Yeah, okay. You can see Belgium short track and all that good stuff. Now, I've got some fun facts here.
Yes.
Should I wait? I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for more people to come in here, so I can start
Yes.
dropping these bad boys in here. I've written down some pretty good ones. I found one really interesting one, and I guess we can start with just a normal one. This Spa Francorchamps is
He's in
19.
Belgium.
Yeah, brilliant,
That's a good
brilliant.
one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good start. That's an icebreaker. And
Mm.
then, speaking of icebreakers, Stat, do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
Enough to break the ice.
Oh Christ! I was really wishing you didn't hear that, Nosh, but okay. I guess that one travels.
I mean, you
But
live with them, so you should know exactly how much they weigh.
I do. I think I've only seen one, and that was in a zoo.
That's just the neighborhood polar bear.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've seen
hey,
many
what's
other
up,
bears.
Jerry? Hey, what's up, Jerry? Roar.
Yeah, right. Oh god. No, I wish, man. I've seen bears. I've seen a lot. I see a lot of deers where I live. Um, there's a lot of coyotes. You know, there's a lot of rakins, a lot of raccoons. You know, exhilarating stuff. We're out in the woods. I mean, not really. I'm pretty close to civilization. I am actually in civilization. I'm very civilized, actually. Although it's kind of like, I live in Vancouver, right? Or just outside Vancouver. And I don't know if it works like this for you, but like the farther, like there's like cities like based around, right? You know, like the GVA, the Greater Vancouver area, and then slowly
Yep.
the farther and farther you get out, the more and more and more hick it gets. Like there's just like the more and more redneck, the more bigger trucks, older beat up
Oh,
trucks,
jeez.
dented trucks, trucks with welded stuff on them. Like just the more and more, yeah. It's very consistent. I'm like right in the middle. Who are we missing here,
Just
bud?
the dead center.
Yeah, pretty much. We got both alphas. We got both alpha. Oh no, we don't. We're missing one alpha Tory. No, I lied. We got both alpha Tories. Ferrari to Suitman and the Ferrari in Bloxham. McLaren in Helg, McLaren in Noganator. Haas and no other Haas. That's who we're missing.
Who's the Haas that we do have?
Fee-Man. Yeah, I should
So
be
we're
able to...
missing Monkey Mafia.
Monkey is on. We're missing Fee-Man. He is supposedly doing something real quick. Okay. Well, he's as if he's trying to bait me into throwing out one of these facts early, but I will not do it. I'm gonna
Who's
save
baiting
these.
you?
Fee-Man, he's trying to bait me into throwing out one of these facts to keep this stream interesting, but I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a
I know
bait.
that. I know. But anyways, we can go through a little bit of the history of Spa here. So, like from what I've seen, from what I've read, is the first Grand Prix was all the way back in 1925. Now that's an historic track. Going through it a little bit more, I think there's been like 4 different makes of the Spa Francorchamps, sorry, where the original track was over 14, nearly 15 kilometers long. Now, exhilarating facts. I know you don't have to yawn, but I mean they're not exhilarating stuff here. But I don't know. I find it interesting. Other people in the chat might find it interesting here. But
that is true.
It's an old ass track, is what I'm getting at here.
Old ass track.
Old ass track, yes.
It's an old ass track.
Yeah. From what I read. Okay, someone's saying that's not that interesting. Cool.
Ooh, Clog putting down the hammer.
What'd Clog say? Sorry. Oh. Yeah. For sure. We don't want to be running late. We've kind of made a habit of it a little bit for the last couple of races here. We don't want to kind of make it so we're kind of used to it. But as he says, Freeman is ready if needed. So we do have a reserve driver ready to go. As soon as that clock hits 38, whether for me it'd be 6:38 p.m., whether it be if you're on the east 9:38, whatever it is, one more minute, and then we should be getting this lobby up and running here. So you got anything to say about last race there, Stat? It was a good one, we can say that.
Yeah, just a lot of penalties, obviously. Hopefully, drivers can be a lot more clean and consistent this race. I mean, we say that every race, but
yeah,
still, you have to keep a positive mindset.
Yeah, for sure. These I can imagine us seeing some corner cutting. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to see a good amount of corner cutting in today's Spa. I'm just going to be honest. I'd like to say that there won't be, but I think there's going to be just as many penalties as there was in Russia.
I don't think there'll be as many. There'll still be some, because I think what are some places people would corner cut? They'll probably run wide through that long left-hander.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the bus stop chicane at the end of the first straight.
Yeah, I think Eau
Like
Rouge is gonna get cut.
those are the yeah. There's Eau Rouge. No, I think the game's a little bit lenient towards Eau Rouge, especially at the top. I think.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I think on the inside of the corner they're a bit lenient. Obviously, you don't want to cut it too much. But I don't know. Unless people are going 2-3 wide, I don't think we'll have too much of an issue going into Eau Rouge.
yeah. We'll see. I don't know how the Codemasters put the corner cutting strictness into. I mean, it's on strict, of course, but I don't know like where they give leeway or where they don't really on this track. But when I was
Yeah.
doing time trials earlier, I was getting invalid laps on my Eau Rouge, taking it wide. So hopefully, I don't know if that's just time trials. I don't think it'll translate over to multiplayer, but let's hope not. And let's see all these penalties at like a minimum. Hopefully.
So
Hopefully.
what are our average lap times looking for? Is it about 2 minutes? No,
I've got lap record here at
146.
146.286. That was
So
set in.
that's at the dead quickest. So you'd think,
Hmm.
in terms of out laps and in laps, it would be about 1 minute 50 to 1 minute 55, maybe 2 minutes to get around the track.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. This is a very long track. That's fine. Stat, you baited me into it, okay? So, so the Spa circuit de Spa Francorchamps is actually illegally long, okay?
Illegally long.
Illegally long by a total of 4 meters.
No way. Actually?
Yeah, the circuit length of this track is 7 kilometers and 4 meters long exactly, which technically makes it illegally long, but they give leeway. Not
They
illegally,
gave it
but
4 meters.
they gave it leeway, right? So, and the only other track that is not within I believe it's 4 kilometers to 7 kilometer total track radius or track length is the other one is Monaco, and that one's like 3.5 kilometers long,
Yeah,
but has the same lap times as Canada. Funny enough,
true.
I was doing my research today here, so and just so I can finish this quick, so I can delete this fun fact quick. Um, it is actually double illegal, we can say, because the total distance from the starting line to the first turn has to be 250 meters, where, here we go, Spa from starting line to first right turn there on turn 1 is 246 meters. Yeah, so
Oh
now,
well. Oh well.
funny
Is that why
enough,
there's so many crashes there?
4 meters short. So they're 4 and 4. Little fun fact
So
for
they're
everyone
four
there.
meters over, and then over like total distance, but 4 meters less on the straight.
Exactly that. Yes. They and from what I was reading here, it's because of the modified bus stop chicane on turn 18 and 19 there, which was why the track got initially extended just slightly past.
Yes.
Hmm.
Imagine if that bus stop wasn't there. How much
Ye-
quicker people would go through that.
oh yeah, I'd imagine they'd like shave off like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
yeah, that
Because
sector.
then after the bus stop chicane, that second right, that would take so much quicker as well.
Yeah, well, if there was no bus stop chicane, it just came straight.
Just went straight on.
Are we? Wait. Yeah, so the bus stop chicane is turn 19 and 20. I feel like you're maybe looking at 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, I think
Y-
I am.
Yeah, because initially just going to continue these fun facts because I'm just absolutely pumping these things out right now. The original bus stop chicane and why it was called the bus stop chicane was because it looked like a bus stop.
Oh.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, no, yeah, the bus stop I know as well. I don't know if is it Watson's Glen?
Watson's
I think
Glen.
that has one of, yeah, that has like one of the better looking ones in my opinion, like bus stops, because it literally looks like a bus stop, or like one of those Daytona, um, Daytona like track ones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yes. Let's see if I can bring up some of the... There we go, as Brian Mosser goes purple early into Sector 1. He's
So did JC.
He's
I mean, everyone's
going
gonna hit purples.
He is right on the tail of Noganator here. You know, on it, I think he's going to get a little, yeah, as he goes a little swervy. I think he's just going to chalk this lap. I don't think he's going to go at this one anymore. As, yeah, he's been slowed up by Noganator.
Well, JC will be the first one to set a lap time here.
As we'll get on board with this. And you know what, JC, I think I said at the end of the broadcast last week, but he's been one of the more impressive drivers for me. His like ability to stay consistent and his ability to completely fly under the radar.
Oh yes.
Because he just finished a second, and we really didn't like say much until the beginning of last race. And Tim Lee, his teammate, goes.
Tim Lee, second position. Let's go.
He's in second. Oh, that was short-lived. Unfortunate. Sirius third, as you'd expect him to, chop a little bit of time off of that. As it's heavy in the mediums, and then Mahi joining up, and Helg holding down the fort in the McLaren today. Seems to be next. Bloxham's on an invalid here, as is Racing Ginger. I'd imagine everyone out right now is going to come in. Noganator still left to set a lap here. And Porkchops, it's funny that you say, you see a lot of pink helmets here, as a lot of the drivers today have been put on the pink helmet for tribute to French racer Antoine Hubert, who unfortunately passed away in a crash in F2 on this day last year, I believe it was. Let me just check my facts here quick. Yes, but from what I do know off the top of my head, that Antoine Hubert was labeled as one of the 4 French drivers to kind of step into Formula 1, along with the 3 others in Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon, and then the Monegasque driver in Charles Leclerc. As he was a very highly touted prospect, as Noganator splits the field in 6th.
So a good show so far between the McLarens with 3rd and 6th. But we still have just under half the grid not sitting a lap yet. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Now, we didn't give a prediction. There's still over 10 minutes left, okay? So let's cut us some slack. Who you got coming in pole here? We got JC with an early lead.
I think I've got Brian this time.
Brian?
I've got Brian.
Oh, you know what, man? Like, I really want JC to get that, to hit it. I really...
That is true.
I want him to take that step. He is a good driver, and he completely, like I said, flown under the radar for both of us. And he's just, like, proven that he is that good. And
yeah,
I don't think he's going to do it today. I hope I'm wrong, because I like the guy. I like the way that he drives. But as Racing Ginger goes purple through Sector 1, but I don't think it's his day today. I think it's really tough with all this high quality drivers that we have here to keep finishing up on the podium as he is.
I think quite a few drivers are repping the pink helmets in honor of Antoine.
Yes, I brought that up earlier, unless I must have lost connection there, but I just brought that up.
I must have not heard properly. Apologies.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I only just noticed myself. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. I'm not sure how many drivers. I saw a good handful of them were wanting to do that in tribute to him, which is a very good thing. Yeah. Even though this is a amateur, semi-pro, whatever you want to call it, league, it's still a form of respect to an unfortunate situation. Now, going back, I guess I need to make a... You know what? Cam was kind of an early front runner for one of the top drivers in the league, but he unfortunately had a couple of I don't want to say mistakes, but unfortunate circumstances. Oh, his blocks him. As we have a collision here. As Bloxon and Feeman hit each other here, and Feeman has spun out, and Bloxon picks up a 5-place grid penalty for it. That's early.
As Brian goes second fastest.
Did you happen to catch that stat, or?
No, I saw it on the minimap, but I was watching Brian.
Okay. I wonder what happened between those two.
Might have to catch it if you need them. Get the video of it.
I'm sure that there's going to be one of the two drivers there. I guess Bloxham, he might try and plead his case here. I didn't exactly see it, but both drivers seems to have their cars intact and will continue on with their jolly way here. As Cam in the Renault, as I said him, he goes first fastest, shaving off 0.2 of a second. Now, for those of you who are in now, all 17 people, hello, welcome to the stream. We've got 2 reserve drivers in today here, as Artemis had to pull out late in the Ferrari and the Suitman, who's now been in all 4 of our races so far this year now. All 5 if you include that catastrophe in Brazil. He is in the Ferrari seat, and Noganator, going in his 2nd week in a row, is now representing the McLaren, replacing Porkchops, who is unfortunately away. Let's just see if... I don't know if JC has the pace to hold this. He may not be able to knock Cam down. He comes in, and Barry has unfortunately retired from the session. Is that a crash? Did you catch that, partner? And Barry... Oh! We have a dead tie for first here, bud!
Oh, no way!
Oh, beautiful!
You're kidding!
This is awesome. That is so cool.
To the 1,000th.
Now they've given it so far to JC.
To JC. Well, yeah, it's first one to set that time.
Well, that was Cam that actually set it first. JC just tied him.
I thought JC set that first.
No, JC was sitting first for a while there, and then Cam went and overtook it into first, and then JC came back and then just tied it.
That's odd. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, if that's the case here, is we got a car pulled right off in the middle of the track there. I'm not sure who that... Oh, that is an AlphaTauri just holding off on the side there. Feeman doesn't seem to be... No, he's pulled off to the side as well here. Get on board with Suitman. Still yet to set a lap. There's Mosser. Does he...
Ooh. He looks as if he's crashed out.
Can you... Are you able to tell?
I can't... Well, he's at the end of turn 1.
Yeah. As the suit man goes purple through Sector 1, as that is said and
Well,
done,
Barry's also out as well. I don't know what happened to him.
he crashed out in, I believe it was turn 7 there. But I'm on board with the suit man here, is seeing if he can keep his pace through Sector 2. And he comes looping around turn 10 and into 11. Trying to hold a clean racing line as V-Man sets a very, very long lap in 2 minutes and 1 second. That won't get it done. As the Suitman's just about to come through turn 14, he's just finished his turn 13. He's currently sitting at 1:15.1. Suitman has kind of classified himself as one of the better drivers of this grid as well, I'd like to say. Even being just a reserve driver, he's shown that consistently that he can finish in the top 10 here.
Oh yeah.
As he comes over the line and will find himself in 4th, splitting the 2 retired drivers, and now puts a Ferrari in the top 10, waiting for his teammate in Bloxham to set a time as well. As we'll get on board with him, actually, as I believe he's on his hot lap, yeah. Comes through the bus stop chicane, representing the pink helmet for Mr. Hubert. And he will find himself, jumping into 3rd. As you see the 2 Ferraris go 3rd and 5th. Do you think Cam or JC can beat that 143, 148?
It'd be interesting to see.
They've
Because
got,
then we'd have an outright.
yeah, I wonder how that, I don't know if that's a Codemaster thing or what, but as we see, unfortunately, the 2 Haas's are at the bottom here, and that's not good. As they're in a bottom tier battle, we can call it here, with the Williams to not be last, we'll say, as they've been kind of neck and neck the whole year. Slowly, the games devs have said that the numbers do go further than we can see. Okay. So Porkchops just brought to our attention that even though it's a tie, the timing numbers do go farther than just thousandths of a second.
Oh yeah, potentially.
So that's
a good point.
Yeah. So that'd be the difference here. Oh, as we see, Brian Mosser says his controller stopped working and he unfortunately crashed out.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, because I would think it's somewhat difficult to do that.
Yeah, especially in turn 1
into
there.
turn 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's such a huge runoff.
And as we were talking there, Kenny, who I gotta say is very much down the order here. He's usually someone that we find at the top, like 10, like 5 sometimes. He's down on 13th right now. This Plasterman still needs to set a lap here, and he's out on mediums. Well, that's unfortunate to hear, Mr. Mosser. Hopefully, if you can keep that controller plugged in, be more safer on you to not rely on Bluetooth. But still a quite unfortunate situation. We got Plasterman rocking the medium tires in qualifying, coming through the last 2 turns of 18 and 19, coming over the line, and finds himself in 17th as now both. And then we just had another, was that It's Heavy, I must have, Enrique, here we go, comes 13th, pushes It's Heavy down to 14th. As we get in our last minute of qualifying here, seems Enrique, he retires as well. What happened there? I wonder if his car seems to still be moving. See if I can jump on board with someone who's about to go by him. Noganator in his first race last week, coming in 13th place, I believe it was, in the Alfa Romeo. As he goes really wide into Eau Rouge and then hits the wall, as that will be the end of his qualifying here, as that Haas there won't be able to cross the line once more to get on one more lap, as see if he can finish up here, and unfortunately can't put out a better time as qualifying is, oh, doesn't say that he's done yet. JC is done. I guess he was able to. But time set for JC, Nicky, and Clogmonger here. Maybe we can onboard the Cam. He might be able to. Oh, he's way over. Unfortunately, that won't be it for Cam either. As JC will take home our pole as of right now, unless any of these other drivers on the grid here can take it. But just seeing the caliber of drivers left, I don't think that there's one that can do it. Maybe Random Series. I did not see him. Let's see what he can do, as he's on an invalid lap, unfortunately. Hell goes into the pits. Blocks the driver on the track.
I believe the only people on out laps at the moment are, what, Bloxham, Noga, and Fee-Man.
Is Noga still?
Like on...
He is. Except he's 12 seconds over, so I imagine that he'd just chalk this one up, yeah. Yeah, he's just going to go right into the pits.
I think Fee-Man's given up on his.
Yeah, as he...
Noga's coming into the pits.
Fee-Man loses
and
control.
Bloxham's on an invalid.
So that seems like it'll be it. And who got that? I believe it was Bloxham who got a five grid plates penalty for his contact with
Yes,
Fee-Man.
so he'll drop down to 8, will it be?
Yeah, and it'll bring up Helg into the second row, along with Brian Mosser. And then Suitman and Barry will move into the third row, or Barry will move into the third row, sorry. Suitman
I just want to... What's going on at the start of that straight?
Which one?
Can we just... Whoa! Look at Plasterman and Nicky.
Oh!
What is going on? What have they done? That's Nicky, Plaster, and Heavy all there.
It says that they're done here. Okay, well there's only 25 seconds remaining anyways, so whatever. Hopefully these guys can get their cars figured out before.
I think that it's their AI cars.
Yeah. I think you're right there, partner. But,
It'll be interesting to see the incident between Bloxham and Fee-Man.
I agree. I don't think we're going to hear the end of that. Or not saying we're going to hear the end of that. I don't think we're going to hear the last of that. We're on board with Plasterman here as he finishes in 17th with a broken left wheel. Left front. As, yeah, Bloxham did pick up that 5-place grid penalty.
So JC and Cam will be your front row, followed by Bloxham and Mossa. Sorry, not Bloxham. Brian and Helg, Soup and Barry.
Random and Bloxham.
Random and Bloxham. Mahi and Clog. Nicky and Nogs. Enrique and Heavy. If it lets me look at the rest.
Oh, you got the two Mexicans.
Kenny and Tim Lee. Plasterman, Racing Ginger, and then Monkey Mafia and Fee-Man.
Two Haas's.
Kenny not putting in the best lap here, but he has started on the mediums.
Yeah, I was kind of confused. I was expecting to see a lot more from Kenny, not gonna lie. But, you know, hopefully he can bring it in the race. As our boy, Porkchops, famously has said, he does not have the qualifying pace, but he has the race pace. So, we know Kenny's fast, but, like, let's hope that he can pick it up here in the race, because he is an exciting driver and one of the better drivers on this grid. Archiness is not in today, for those who are joining. Archiness is being replaced by the Suit Man, who is in for his 5th straight race, I guess. He's been in every race, I believe.
Straight race. But just not officially.
For fourth official race. Yeah, for sure. But as everyone is kind of loading into this starting grid lobby here, as our boy Tim Lee is, I think he's 15th, so I'd like to see some action from him. I know he can bring it. He's got the natural gifted talent and the ability and the pink shirt to do it. So let's hope that he can. Let's hope that he can bring it home for the racing point. As we're getting our 5 red lights come up here, as JC and Cam are in the front as they go out and 20 drivers stomp the floor as they cut. Oh Christ!
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh.
So we're clean through the first corner. I think I saw a nose go off.
Are you able to invite me back?
Yes, I am. Okay, so we're not going to be able to see what's going on for a second.
Oh my! That was timed too perfectly.
So we are virtual safety car. As there seems to be an incident that has been at the top of Eau Rouge.
It is what it is.
JC is currently your race leader, followed by Mossa, Cam, and Helg, then Superman and Bloxham.
All right.
As we go green.
Oh, get us in here. Here we go. And we're on with JC. Closely followed by Mosser, who's moved up a couple of positions. Bloxham has moved up. Sirius as well, as we have I think we have Nicky. Nicky has gone off. Yeah, he did. He's lost some positions. Kenny's moved up a couple of spots. As I say that, he drops in behind as we have It's Heavy going wide.
Well, Kenny has a broken front wing here, so... Oh, as there seems to be... Oh, there's a big incident between the Haas, a Red Bull... Oh, so many cars.
Yeah, as we lose Clogmonger,
both Haas's, a Red Bull... And some of the...
AlphaTauri's gone.
Oh, no.
Big
Both
crash.
of the Williams in trouble.
In Sector 2, Racing Ginger was involved in that.
So Clog is also out of this race.
It's quite unfortunate. Mahi, does he have a clean... He seems to still have all of his wing. I don't know if that's a glitch on my screen. You see yellow in turn 1 there. As we follow this fight here. Suitman and Enrique and Nicky all bunched up. As we have another yellow, as it seems Fee-Man hit the pit wall going in. As we have 5 drivers. Yeah, that's how you count. 5 drivers. Don't look now, your stat, but we got our boy. As we have a safety car, full-on safety car. What warranted that?
Then I don't know. But the safety car will now come out. There may have been another incident between Heavy and Mafia. As Superman doesn't have a front wing at the moment.
He's dropped down 7 positions as well, so he must have really been involved in something here.
But I believe the only person near him was his teammate Bloxham.
Yeah, Bloxham did really furiously charge up the table early. But as all the drivers will bunch up, as we have a non-Renault parked just after turn 2, or just before turn 2.
What do you mean? That is a Renault.
Yeah, that is a Renault. My mistake. Yeah. How could I not see?
So, Noga currently has damage to his front wing.
Oh, does he?
As did we just see someone collect a penalty for speeding?
I think someone needs to do a drive-through penalty at what it was.
Yes.
Serious.
Racing Ginger, speeding under safety car, drive-through penalty, which he will have to serve after
the safety car.
After the safety car.
Yeah. As we learned that, the hard way, as we're on board with Suitman here, looking to get a new front wing onto that red number 27. As he is down and out, and should be able to hold this spot ahead of Kenny here. Still, you know, his spot is 9 positions down from what he was before, but at least he's still in the race, something that Clogmonger unfortunately cannot say in the AlphaTauri. As we kind of cruise around the track here, we can go over our driver championship with all you lovely folks watching today. As Brian Mosser, currently second in this race, is first in the total points with 135. Cam is third in this race and up in second with 104. And the other guy in the top 3, who's currently leading the race in JC, has 100. And as Stat and I were saying before, Kenny, disappointingly currently down in 15th in 4th place. And then I can just start railing through these here. We got Mahi in 17th in the race in 5th. We got Random Serious in 9th in the race in 6th. We have Porkchops, who won't be here today, Bloxham, who is currently in 5th and has managed to be the Ferrari to save his front wing. As we followed by the Suitman, who is reserve, who is doing very well for a reserve, but he is a reserve that has raced every race this year, which is something that Enrique can't say, as he was unfortunately missed the last 2 races. And we have Clogmonger out of this race, Seaberry, teammate of Cam, in 6th today, unfortunately in 12th in the season standings. Helg, 4th today. That was a big step for him, as he is 13th in total race standings. Racing Ginger, Monkey Mafia, Archness, V-Man, Plasterman, Nikki, It's Heavy, Noganator, another reserve, and Tim Lee, our boy, unfortunately bringing up the rear. But, Stat
currently sits 8th.
He currently sits 8th. And Stat, he is tied for hard charger right now.
Let's go.
Yeah, we know how to pick him, okay?
We know our dog. We know our boys.
Yeah, we know. Looks like we're going to be going around the track once more with this safety car here.
Yeah, this will probably be one more lap.
Now, here we go, Stat. What's your favorite section here in at Spa? Like, is it the fast kind of Sector 1 with Eau Rouge, or is it the windy, twisty Sector 2, or is it that mix of speed and corners in Sector 3?
I quite like Eau Rouge and the bus stop at the end of it, or that chicane. I quite like that section.
Yeah.
But I do also quite enjoy the back end. With
Sector 3?
The flat out left-hander.
Yeah, that one's fun. You can just hold it right down and let her go.
Yeah.
Now, for me personally, I like Sector 2. I like all that. Although, actually, no, I think I might take.
It is very flowy.
Yeah, it is, which is fun for an F1 car, especially in this game. And our drivers actually majority voted first sector, and the rest voting in Sector 2. And we didn't receive any votes for Sector 3, unfortunately. But, and a little more information for our lovely folks tuning in for us this evening, or this morning, or whatever time zone it is for you. If you are a man, like myself, who does prefer this race, or drives this race on controller, as V-Man crashed out of the race, unfortunately here, as we lose another driver, just through that Sector 2 that we were saying before. As, as he's out, and another one bites the dust, as we're now down to 18. Oh, it's Noganator. Must have gotten a little too close there. That was a 5-second penalty. I think he lost a position or two as well after that hit. He seems to be missing the right side of that wing here. Oh, and unfortunately, Feeman has said that his controller died. As we go
Oh, as
green.
JC and Brian go up to the first corner neck and neck. Oh, they're gonna go. They're too wide at the moment. Heading down to Eau Rouge.
Oh, are they gonna hit this too wide? Oh, what? Oh, JC sneaks the nose
JC
ahead.
takes it, but Brian will chase him down. As JC attempts to cover up the inside, Brian up alongside him. Monkey Muff, you're also out of this race. Brian takes the long way around and he takes first.
As Cam is now getting really tight, as we lost Monkey Mafia going through Eau Rouge there. As we have a yellow flag, because I think that's Barry has spun out through that bus stop. As we'll get back on, as I don't believe that will warrant. No, it won't. I've got that there, partner. 3 seconds for random. So we have, I think Barry lost control again. He did. Oh, he's going to have to get some composure here before this gets out of hand, as he still has a chance for some solid points in this race. It is still very early, as we have both Haas's and one AlphaTauri out, as Mosser goes purple through Sector 2. Is that JC that lost it? It was!
Oh no, JC!
JC lost it coming through Sector 2. As Brian Mosser has clean air in front of him here now, as he didn't before, but now he's got a full second gap between him and Cam.
That is really unfortunate for JC.
Oh, terribly, terribly. As Mosser goes quickest and Cam is right on the tail here. It's 1:48.27 as not quite a lap record yet here, Stat. We still need another 2 seconds to take it off here to get that lap record. But now Brian Mosser has a nice cushy, I wouldn't say cushy, but bigger gap than he had before with JC. But now with Cam, he has a 1.5 second gap. As we have lost, it's heavy on Eau Rouge. As that's another.
Eau Rouge really claiming some victims here.
Totally. As Racing Ginger's in the pits.
As we have another virtual safety car.
That'll be good for Cam. It'll give him some time to catch up here. As anyone in the top on some mediums? Oh, Random Sirius is on some hard tires and he's in 6th right now.
Could he potentially go to the end on these hards?
Do we have? I should know this. I don't believe we have a mandatory pit, but as we go green again, as Cam was able to get a half a second back on Mosser due to that virtual safety car, he's gonna have to hold off our boy Tim Lee here, as Racing Ginger has been eaten up by Eau Rouge as well as many other drivers in this race. As Tim Lee, our boy, if there's any chance for points, it's today, dude. You're in 7th. You got hard charger so far. Bring this home. As we see, yeah, we have Enrique who spun out. As Spa is just claiming victim after victim so far. As we have yet to get to a point where we can put DRS into these drivers, as now we can, and it's the 7th lap in, as Cam goes purple through Sector 3.
So
Wow.
if Cam can stay tight going up Eau Rouge, then he's got full DRS heading down that long straight, which is one of the most irrelevant DRS zones on the calendar.
Let's see if he can. He's in with the half a second. Mosser goes deep to the inside to defend and loose all the way back to the out. Cam takes a look and decides not right now, as he made himself up a nice quarter of a second gap, as Mosser seems to be claiming that back. As Helg now has found himself on podium position, but Cam lost quite a bit of time on that little turn there. As Helg, not normally known to be up this high up in the grid, is currently sitting himself in the lowest tier of the podium. You like for a McLaren fan to be able to see that today. We still have all the drivers quite bunched up here, which is nice. Hopefully we can see some battles come out. As we've already lost 6 drivers through 7 laps. Now usually that's what happens. We lose them early, and then we slowly just like kind of stop at that. Everyone's like, okay, we've lost the guys.
We just run out of drivers.
Yeah.
But I mean, those who are left are all getting good points just for competing.
Yeah, for sure. Now especially being in 14th place. As Cam, as both Cam and Moss are getting extremely slippery. As I was about to say, Cam made up so much ground on Mosser in Sector 3, and it all just goes to waste, especially with Mosser losing it on Turn 1 as well. That's unfortunate. As we'll get on with Suitman here, as he's right on the tail of Tim Lee here. As he's going to get DRS. He is within a half a second, and he's within a quarter of a second. Should be able to easily take over Tim Lee coming into that chicane. As Tim Lee
Cam has picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
I got that, and the Suitman goes clear ahead of Tim Lee, as Tim is on those old sets of softs, and the medium tire of the Suitman should be able to, as they're fresher medium tires as well, as he did have to pit. As yes, they are for... Okay, so Random Series did actually pit. He must have crashed out or lost some sort of wing and decided to go to that hard. As maybe he's going to stick the rest of this race out. As same with the Noganator here, as he has also gone onto the hard tire. And he's only 2 laps in. So he may be trying to just stick this one out. As it seems like Sirius is also making up a little bit of ground on Nicky here. As we see Bloxham head into the pit. After 7 laps, 8 laps I guess on those softs as we started the race in. He decides to opt for the mediums, and he'll find himself coming out in 11th place, as Enrique should pass him. As the Suitman picks up some penalties for his trouble. Sirius does end up taking that position from Nicky, as Nicky is, and he gets a massive lockup. As Nicky is unfortunately not able to hold with him, as Sirius is on the fresher of tire. And the tire better suited for this point of the race. Excuse me, Nicky is holding his own though, as he's making up a little bit of ground on Sirius, and he may be able to take him into that long, hooking left-hand turn in Sector 3 here. As Cam is now within a second, as he made his ground back up on Mosser. As Stat, he was my pick. Just remember that.
Oh yeah. I think our combined as both Mosser and Cam come into the pits.
This blocks and picks up a penalty here. Let's get right on board here with a nice little pit race. Now, is there a difference in times at the
Yes, I think there is a small window.
Okay, as Mosser does come ahead, as Random Sirius goes fastest in this lap with the hard tires. There's now 12 laps left. You'd imagine these drivers to stay on this compound for the rest of the race. As we just saw another fastest lap there.
Like Kenny.
as Mosser quickly gets past, or passes Plasterman on his old set of softs. Running in 8th, which would go on to be his best finish if he can hold that off so far, but Cam is going to need to pass Plasterman pretty quickly here.
We do have a close battle for second place between Sirius, Soup, Nikki, and Mahi.
We'll get on Mahi as Mahi takes a look at Nikki on the inside and opts out here. As I'll stay on board here. But our presumable race leaders here in Mosser and Cam find themselves in 7th and 9th. As I'd imagine Helg is going to come in for his pit pretty quick here, whether it being this lap or next. As Mahi takes a peek at the outside, Nikki cuts him off, and Mahi gets extremely slippery and saves it. That white and red number 69 car. Whoa. Noga.
Helg has now come into the pits.
As is Plasterman. As now we'll see Cam and Mosser jump up. So let's see what that gap is to... Yeah, Cam unfortunately did lose about a complete second and a half. Probably even more, nearly 2 full seconds on Mosser.
This is for first place here, Soupman versus Sirius as they touch. And Soup does go past, I believe. Yeah, he has. So Soupman now leading the race. With Random Sirius very close behind him. Sirius on those hard tyres, as I believe Soup is on the mediums.
Both 7 laps old as Mahi picks up a 3 second as well.
Tim Lee taking on Brian Mosser at the moment.
Oh, Mosser
as Tim Lee picks up 3 seconds.
Mosser doesn't want any of that.
No, you don't want to go to head to head with Tim Lee.
No, I completely agree.
You just can't do it.
No, exactly.
Well, it's Tim Lee defending his place, but Brian goes around the outside. Will Tim Lee come right back at him?
Yeah, if I know Tim Lee, he's gonna come. He's not gonna give that position up easily. As he's giving that position up quite easily right now.
Oh, the gap's not shrinking. Tim Lee!
Get him, Tim!
Tim!
Move, Tim! You will get DRS if he stays out. I think he's going to come into the pits. No, he does stay out. As
Sick him.
Nikki.
Sick him.
He does have DRS.
Get him, Tim!
No, he doesn't have DRS. He's a full second out now. Unfortunate. As we get a yellow flag in Sector 3 from Plasterman, I believe it is, but nothing seems to be actually happening. As now Cam will get DRS on Tim and is quickly closing that gap to him. As Tim will not...
maybe not.
No, he didn't.
Oh no, wait, is that DRS?
He did get DRS. His wing is open in the back.
But he won't catch Tim so far. This is currently Tim's best position on track.
This is what, folks, this is what we were expecting to see from Tim all year. This is what Tim is capable of bringing here. And Cam has actually made up a full half second on Brian Mosser right now. So if he can dispatch Tim Lee, which is quite the tall order, I must say, but if he's able to dispatch Tim Lee quite soon here, it seems like he does have the pace as he just does dispatch Tim Lee quite easily. But Plasterman crashes out on turn 1, it seems. Or is he just simply retired? As Plasterman is out, and that is the 7th driver to bite the dust in this game, we'll say.
I don't think the race is as said as done as we think it is. I believe Sweetman and Sirius have already made their pit stops for the race.
Yeah, and Sweetman's on the hard, Sirius is on the hard.
Yeah,
and
so unless...
Mahi's also on the hard here, too.
Well, Mosser has just made up into 3rd. I think we're going to have a good race to the end here, especially if Soupman and Sirius are riding off each other's DRS here.
If they can hold that pace, then yeah, I think that it's
because
get
Brian
really tight.
is 5 seconds behind Sirius.
And Cam keeps making up time here. The Suitman also picks up another 3 second, as that's the Suitman's 4th 3 second time penalty. So theoretically, with Sirius, I believe he just has 1. And Monster doesn't have any. He's very consistent, not picking any. Mahi also has 1. And Cam, I believe, has 1 as well. So with that being said, this can be Random Sirius's race to lose. If he's able to hold off that time gap between him and Brian Monster, he has this race, or he can win this race, we can say. Was it him or was it Kenny that rode those hard tires for so long last?
It was Kenny.
Race?
It was Kenny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny in Russia.
As Kenny's unfortunately on the soft tires here, as I imagine he'd have to pit. He could probably run those for an extra 9 more laps if he really needs to, but there's only 2 more places he's going to go down from here. As I can safely say that Noganator, the second race of the year, will at least tie his career best in 13th, as there is only 13 other drivers, 13 total drivers in this race today.
So he will equal or better it.
Exactly, and now here, knock on wood, hopefully he doesn't crash out. As Mahi and Cam are going wheel to wheel here, as Cam will have the inside line coming into that bus stop chicane, as with the fresher tires, it quickly dispatches Mahi, as Mahi decides to opt for the pit here. Seeing that he's been quite easily dispatched, as Tim Lee also opts for the pit, as Helg jumps right up into 5th. Now Cam has lost a complete second on Mosser, but as Mahi goes to the intermediates, as I guess we are expecting rain here today.
Yeah, I'm seeing some droplets come down. This could be interesting. This could turn the whole race on its head right now.
Especially Mahi going intermediate, so it is raining. Here we go. As we got Mahi, the first person to jump onto the intermediates. It may have been too soon, as it still depends on how much it rains. As he can maybe be able to keep up his all these drivers be able to keep their tires warm enough to not need to go to intermediate tires. But Mahi is taking that risk and hoping that this rain does turn into a downpour to the point where these guys really do need to change. And in that case, as the Suitman has unfortunately lagged out of the session here, as now we got an AI bot driving here, as we have Bloxham pick up a penalty. So with the Suitman lagging out, you imagine Random Sirius is going to catch him quite quickly here, which is what he's doing. As I think the AI difficulty is set to 40? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Probably. I believe so.
Here. I think it's set to 40.
Well, it could be set differently because Clog is hosting.
Yeah. So as it's sitting today, it's looking like Mercedes is going to open up that gap on the Constructor Championship here on the Renaults, who sit in second. AlphaTauri, unfortunately, only has 1 driver left in this race, and he is on the soft, so I don't imagine him finishing much higher. Ooh! As that's something different that we saw, is that Brian Monster picks up a 3-second penalty. And with JC Chase being out of this race, that was pretty good. Did you hear that? JC Chase being out of this race. I just rhymed. I was very impressed with my ability to rhyme for whatever reason.
Oh.
But whatever. JC being out of this race, Tim Lee is going to have to throw the team on his back, as he is on a fresh set of hards here. As Mahi picks up another 3-second. As Cam as well. And, Cam has made up a whole 1.5 seconds now on Mosser as well. As Mosser has also done the same with Random Sirius, so Cam has theoretically made up 3 full seconds on Random Sirius, as he is now really closing that gap to Mosser. And with Mosser picking up the 3-second, but unfortunately Cam having 2, he's going to have to hope that Mosser picks up at least 1 more of those so he gives himself a shot But if he keeps closing this gap, he can overtake him as he is. He's nearly now within a second gap. As Noganator seems to be coming up on Mahi Mahi in those intermediates here. As I'd imagine not all these drivers have been told to pit here. As we got a nice little battle for 12th and 11th as Noganator makes that easy on his hard compound tire, as I think it is just not wet enough for those intermediates right now, and I think Mahi is going to be kicking himself over what he has done, unfortunately, as now Noganator is easily pulling away from him. Yeah, I just don't think that track is wet don't right now for those intermediates.
Well, I know Sirius has just almost spun out at the end of the long straight of Sector 1, so I don't know, maybe they're losing a little grip here.
But now is it worth the effort to change, or do you try and stick this out, as Mosser is now within 1/100th of a second here, as Sirius must have got really slippery somewhere, as we have a yellow flag, as it seems that Nicky has gone off track and has been passed by Kenny. But Mosser now right on the tail of Random Sirius, as Random Sirius will not give up this position.
Well, this is now backed up Cam into both of them too.
And now Cam is right on the tail of Random Sirius as Mosser passes Sirius, and Cam, you'd imagine, will dispatch him as well.
I don't believe... Oh no, Cam does have a penalty.
Yeah, Cam, I've got Cam down for 2 as well. And Mosser down for 1. Now Cam goes really
hits the wall.
And he's taken damage on that left side of his wing here as he locks up. As
Sirius is just coming in now.
As same with Cam.
Sirius and Cam.
And we have a yellow flag as... No! Say it ain't so.
No! You're kidding.
Tim!
He's not out, he just spun out. Okay, we're good.
Oh. He was...
But it is too wet.
The Racing Point world on his shoulders. As his tires are burning hot right now.
As Cam has come in for softs. Oh no. He hasn't been able to switch to intermediates.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Is he taking... Everyone else has gone for the... Oh,
yeah, everyone else has chucked on intermediates.
He may just be taking a risk here. I think that's what he's doing. That's not going to work. As he is now
out of the session.
He is furious. I guarantee you that. As unfortunately another one bites the dust, because we are down to 12 drivers now, which this is looking like the Vietnamese Grand Prix all over again. As we have several drivers coming into the pits now. As Noga would now find himself comfortably, not comfortably, he'll find himself in 9th place here. As, hey, even if Noga does retire here, he will find himself in, he won't get any points, but he'll be at least in 12th place, which will be his best career finish. There you go.
You'd think Brian and Helg both come in for intermediates to slap, as well as Bloxham.
As Mahi picks up a drive-through penalty. Now, Mahi has jumped himself up to 8th. His intermediates are 2 laps older, and they were absolutely burning hot from him being out so early. As the rain is coming down hard, as they have disabled DRS here. As does Mosser come in? Mosser does come in here. As does Helg. Blocks him.
So will Sirius now take the lead?
What's the
Sirius
gap
is
there?
coming around the final bend.
Sirius should take the lead.
No, he might not.
Yeah,
I don't think he's got...
Yeah, he'll take it.
As they're both rounding the corner.
Oh!
No!
That's actually tight. Oh, wow. I thought he'd take it. Oh,
but Sirius has a better run, I think.
Yeah, he'll have more pace for sure coming out of that turn. As we go into Eau Rouge here, and this is just going to come straight down to what they got in the overtake, and their extra fuel consumption here. As Sirius now
Oh,
into
the
the
gap is
slipstream.
cool.
No, I think Mosser must have used some of his overtake button here. As Sirius can make up any time. You gotta be aggravated if you're Sirius right now, because if you had DRS, you are right up there. As Noganator is exiting the pits. In 10th as Mahi picks up another 3 second. Let's see, calculator.
As Barry is now out of the race too. So we're down to 11.
Barry crashed out on that long turn, or that long left-hand turn in sector 3 here. As we have 4 laps left here, and running the numbers quick. Getting my producer here to run the numbers. 20 laps here will get you points. So if these drivers can fight through a lap and a half, they will be able to get points. As it is a virtual safety car, still continuing around this track.
I believe we're seeing a bit of a Vietnam 2.0 here.
Oh, completely. This Spa has absolutely eaten and chewed and spit out these drivers, just like cow cud. The Spa was a different beast today, and a lot of these drivers just weren't able to hand it. Oh, Rouge took the race of how many drivers here? As Helg seems to have stayed on the mediums here. There's a yellow flag from Bloxham there.
As you know, Helg has just come into the pits.
No, wow. That's unfortunate. He's going to drop. I guess he'll drop down to 6th, if that.
So the Superman... Oh! As our Sirius is having a serious run down onto Mossa at the moment, but it's not closing enough. I think Moss had a little bit of trouble going through Eau Rouge.
There's a huge gap in between second and third right now, 21 seconds. The Suitman's AI.
Yeah, Suitman's AI.
But he does have 12 seconds worth of penalties. But Mahi has 9 seconds worth of penalties. Helg right now, I have 3 seconds worth of penalties. So I think even said and done, the Suitman's AI bot will still finish in third. Unless Mahi can make up some real ground. Does he have 12? I guess he is safe right now, yeah. 12 seconds. No, he's not. Mahi needs to make up 5 seconds. Sorry, my math was off there. So there's a podium possibility here for the Alfa Romeos, especially with Mahi, as Helg, I think, is too far gone to be able to.
That seems to be one of the Ferraris, Bloxham.
He's on the mediums?
He's crashed.
As Kenny picks up a 3-second time penalty. From what I have, that's his first of the day. Did Bloxham did change to the mediums, wow. He must have mishit something. But we are now on lap 20 here. As Bloxham just needs to cross this finish line just to get his points. As on the mediums with a wet track right now, I don't think he'll be able to make up any time. As Tim Lee now, you can chalk him in for his best career finish, as he will, I can't say anything yet, he hasn't crossed the line yet. But Mahi's come into the pits as well, just after 5 laps. As he's on a new set of intermediates. I wonder if he knew how close he was to that podium. He must not have. So we have... Yeah, Brian Wasser's really opened up that gap on Sirius now.
Yeah. Well, they both just have to drive clean races at the moment.
Yeah, they both have 3-second time penalties, so you can call it even. And that gap continually opens on Mosser between him and Sirius. 29 seconds. Third place. Yeah, actually Hell can take this now as there's a 9-second gap between this. So as we stand, Hell will get the first podium of the year for the McLarens. As McLarens are set to have a nice day, as are pretty much the only teams that have 2 drivers left, is we've lost the entire teams of Renault, Williams, and Haas. And that is an absolute heartbreaker for Renault, being such high up in the standings. And now with Brian Mosser to go on to win another race and Nicky to finish in 8th, that's going to be a lot of points that the Renault won't be able to get any of. As we're going to be entering...
Ooh, Brian's picked up another 3-second.
Oh, wow. That's huge.
So this...
Can you go back and check quickly that's the only... That random series only has 1 penalty? Because that's
I
huge.
can check that, yeah.
That's huge information there. As Mahi is now right on the tail of his teammate Enrique, as you'd hope that these 2 drivers stay clean. As we have 1 more lap to go here. As Bloxham gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Okay, it seems Bloxham is also slowing up Mosser as well. As he gets
Random Series only 1.
Okay, so as it stands right now, Random Series... Okay, Mosser finally pulls off to the side. As Random Series is in within a 1.5 seconds. 1 second and 3/4, we can just say, round it up here. But
this could be Random Series' knockback from the first race.
Yeah, but he's got to overtake Bloxham here, and hopefully Bloxham can be kind to him. As he's got a second to lose right now if he were to lose his podium. It's looking like Helg is going to overtake Suitman as well, as we'll just jump on board for that quick. As we said before, Suitman is currently in an AI bot. As Helg takes a peek, knows that he shouldn't and does, and decides to get nearly thrown off the track by the bot. Keeps it clean, as now Kenny is right on his tail. As Kenny also only has 1, so that is a battle for the podium going on in 4th and 5th right now, as that bot and Suitman is really holding up Helg, as Helg loses it and it hits the wall and loses all those potential points for the McLaren, as Kenny has 3rd place absolutely locked up now.
As Bloxham also crashes out at the top of Eau Rouge but stays in it.
As Sirius is out of the way now, as who are we gonna? Who's
I believe Helg will still get those points though.
Helg will get the points. Yes, he will finish in 11th. Very good point here. As we got Kenny, who's currently hard charger, as it looks like he will come in 3rd place. Random Sirius needs to keep it clean. He has a 1.5 seconds to work with here. But Mosser is opening that gap.
Oh,
no, Sirius! No! He picked up a
I saw
penalty.
that happen too.
Oh! As Sirius
he would have had
loses
the win.
podium. As we'll get on with Mosser. As our hardest charger of the day is Kenny. Oh, so unfortunate. As Kenny will get 3rd, Mosser will come home to pick up that winning, that 2nd or 3rd win of the year. I think it's the 3rd win of the year for Mosser, as he extends his lead at the top of the standings. As Mercedes, as in real life, into this race are separating themselves from everyone else. As we'll get on board with Mosser here as he comes through that final chicane. Gets a little slippery, doesn't matter. As he crosses the line.
More importantly, Tim Lee with his best finish of the year.
Very more importantly, as we got the Suitman and Mahi competing now for 4th. As Mahi is too far gone, and so is Suitman. Mahi takes 4th, but he has oodles of penalties, but as does Suitman, so he should be able to take 4th, no problem. As Kenny a large gap of 42 seconds behind. Will finish this race in 3rd. Bloxham finishes in 10th. You can say that the whole lobby here today, whoever's left, got top 10. So brava to all the drivers left for completing.
Top 10, everyone.
Yeah, top 10 for all drivers. As we have Mahi and the Suit Man shortly followed. I guess you want to message Brian Moss or Random Serious and Kenny and get him in here. As we have Nikki, who actually ended up jumping ahead into 6th, so even more points for the Mercedes. As we have Noganator, does not end up, one penalty cost him the difference between 8th and 7th place, but still best finish for him. And our boy, your beloved Tim Lee, bringing it home in 9th place for the Racing Points. Very interesting race. Very interesting race. Like you said, this was just freaking Vietnam 2.0. Holy crap. Was it ever. As we have Kenny as the driver of the day, which I can agree with. He really, he did. He drove a very good race. He was very smart with his drive. Hey, screw it. Get Tim Lee in here. Get him. Stat.
Yes, let's. Yep.
Get his ass in here. Other than that, yeah, the 3 deserving. We'll get him last. But as you can see, penalties galore. Enrique, well done. Only man on the grid not to pick up a penalty. Congratulations, Enrique, as he has his best finish of the year in 4th. As the Alfa Romeos continue to be, there we go, very consistent as this year goes on. I struggled there, but I got through it. I fought through it. As the McLarens pick up points, but not as much as they wished. The Mercedes will just absolutely just stretch that gap wide open between them and the Renaults, as the Renaults pick up no points today. And I believe with that being said, they might actually drop down the table one bit here. As the AlphaTauris, yeah, I think they're going to drop down the table as well. The Renaults should get passed by both the AlphaTauris and the Alfa Romeo, as they get double Alpha leapfrogged, as they will get shot down into 4th. Unfortunate, to say the least. But we will get these drivers on here if everyone wants to stay in. And we thank everyone for coming into here today, as we did cap out at 21 viewers here. I didn't mention that there, Stat. We had 21 viewers at one point. That's pretty good.
Yeah, is that a new record, or?
That was a new record. Our record was 17 before, but at the start of the race we hit 21.
I mean, at the start of the race, I was going to say, if we hit that mid-race after everyone crashed, I'm like, okay, we know where all the viewers came from.
Yeah. No, we were out there actually started the race before all the crashes that we hit those 21
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's good. On the up.
Exactly. As long we keep progressing every week, which is just a beautiful thing. Now, thank you everyone who has followed my page. As now I'm at 29. If you get me up to 50 there, we can start getting in some cool Midwest F1 emotes. We'll get in our boy Tim Lee emotes. We'll get in some stats, some Aussie emotes, some Canadian maple syrup emotes. We'll hit them hard and we'll hit them right.
We'll hit all these. Okay, can we just check that everyone who is currently in the party has their party settings to allow audio to be shared?
I believe the top 3 here as our podium all has it, but we just got to make sure that Tim Lee does.
It's on. Just making sure.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. So I guess we'll start with Mossy. Yeah. So ended up with the win today. How did your race go today, do you think?
You guys don't get sick and tired of hearing me, do you?
We're getting there.
Now you've chalked yourself up to 3 wins, so I guess you're a main staple up on the podium at the moment.
Random had it. Random had it. He had that race won if it wasn't for the last lap. When I was coming to the checker, I checked and it said he had a 6-second penalty. I was like, oh, I got this. Because we both had it.
I think he lost it at I think it's called the Nicky Lauda corner. I'm not sure.
If you
Well-
play it back, you can simultaneously hear Stat and I have a dagger thrown right through our heart as that penalty gets thrown up. Not saying anything about you, but we're just like, oh,
Yeah.
serious, it's there, bud, it's there,
There
and
goes the win.
then bang, 3-second time penalty gone, and
Yeah.
you were able to cruise from that point on. But still, very well done, hard earned and well earned, the third win of the year for you.
Yeah. After an unusual thing that happened in qualifying,
Yeah, that
I was
sucks.
leaving. This is no lie. I was leaving the pits, and I could not pause the game. I could not hit the PlayStation button on the controller.
Mhm.
It just shut off on me, and I went straight head first into the pit wall, and then it went straight across turn 1 and into the wall. I crashed out.
Well, you
Yeah.
So I switched controllers, and that's
that
better
was
now.
the difference. That's what you call a veteran move right there. You understood what went wrong and you fixed it. It was the bloody controller.
I had no vibration either through my controller. So so you guys might have caught it on the broadcast, but when I was out on my first set of softs, I abandoned that lap because I didn't have any vibration. I could have kept going, but I abandoned it because I had
We
no
thought-
vibration.
Yeah, we thought you got caught up by a car that was in front of you. We forget which car it was.
It was
but
Noga, I believe,
no, yeah.
in the McLaren.
It was a McLaren. I think it was it was no gang.
But anyway, no hard feelings as you are the winner. So with that being said, I guess we'll move on to our second place driver here in Sirius. Talk us about the heartbreak that was that final lap.
Well, the heartbreak came only after I realized that he actually has 6-second penalties and not 3, because at the beginning of the last lap I thought he had 3 seconds, so I thought maybe I can push it a bit, and then I pushed it a bit too hard and checked how many penalties he had, and so I realized that it was too late, basically.
Yeah, we had realized going into that last lap. Okay, you only needed to stay within 3 seconds, and then you would have been able to reverse the decision that was made in the first race, in which Brian took the win off you due to time penalties.
Right.
So it would have been a fun interaction for it to be stolen the other way, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah, he had actually a really good pace in the rain. After I made a questionable decision in the beginning to pit early on the hards.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think
Sorry.
this weather affected your race today?
I was actually hoping there will be rain because I thought I had good rain pace, but yeah, so I didn't mind it too much.
Yeah, because initially when
think
you
it all-
came out there, kind of Monster opened up a little bit of gap between you two, and then you were able to quickly close that as the laps and the tire wear kind of went on. Right. But anyways, still a very well race for you, Sirius. As sorry, who finished third here? You got to help me out here, Stat.
Kenny.
Not me.
Yes. So Kenny, you've picked up driver of the day and hard charger. Obviously, I believe qualifying, it might have been 14th or 15th.
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 Well done.
Yeah, and then being able to pull off another really good finish in the end. So talk us through your race.
And sorry, just to add on to that, were you how? I'd imagine you were very disappointed with the way that qualifying went as well. If you could alliterate on that too, please.
Okay, yeah, so for the qualifying, my first lap was not great at all on the mediums, and then I had a second run, and I gained over a second on the time, but on the coming to the final corner, I invalidated, so I got put really down, and I had no more fuel to get another run down. And then on lap 1, I'm going to Eau Rouge, I think Heavy got on the grass, and then hit my teammate into me, and we both got time penalties there. And then the race was just attrition, basically. And going to my pit stop where we put the inters on, I switched to the hards right before I went in to my stop, and that just screwed me up. So I ended up doing 4 stops instead of the planned 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I'm still happy with the P3. That was really crazy.
Oh,
Oh
very
yeah,
well done.
100%. Yeah. Many of the other cars only like doing 2 stops. I believe Monster and Sirius are only doing 2 stops. One to get onto another set of tires, and then the second to get onto the inters. Yeah, 4 stops and multiple incidents. Yeah, it's been a really good race to finish P3. Yeah.
Yeah, when Helg crashed out in front of me, I was like, maybe I could get a podium because I had 3 seconds of penalties.
Yeah.
I don't know what he had.
Yeah, I think
also the
Soup
side
in
relief.
front of you had about 5 3-second penalties.
Yeah, he
Or his AI did
disconnected,
at least.
and then when Helg crashed out, I had a side relief. And I could do this, and I could get a podium. And yeah, that was great. Well, not good for Helg, but I got the podium out of it, so.
Yeah, it definitely seems like
Yeah.
this race was a real race of attrition here, with, I believe, exactly half the field crashing out in the end.
I think they had 11 left.
Yeah, well, I think there was 11. I think Helg crashed, but he will still get points in 11th.
Yeah. 10
Okay.
actually crossed the line, but Helg completed 21 laps, so he will get his points.
Well, yeah, that was a crazy race for me.
It was very.
I gained 12 spots. It was insane.
And,
Yeah, so you will pick up that extra point.
There you go. And I'm not sure. Our Lord and Savior here, Porkchops, is asking me who got fastest lap as Brian Mossridge. I just saw say that Kenny got it. So there you go.
Yeah, I got it like lap.
So that is
Kenny got it.
That's also fastest lap as well. So he's picked up all of the extra points here.
You got a hat trick.
Yeah.
That's huge for the AlphaTauris. And I don't know if you heard before, I was saying that you will jump ahead of the Renaults in the point standing here, as with the constructor championship here. So the AlphaTauris will move up into second place here, unless the Alfa Romeos. I'll have to look into the exact amount of points, but you will at least move up from into second or third, depending on the Alfa Romeos.
That's great.
Congratulations for you two. But we will now get on to the. I'm sorry to say for all you 3 that are in the group here, and even myself and Stat, the fan favorite and Tim Lee here, as you had your best finish of the day, weaving through the field, passing a total of, I think it was like 9 guys. There was a lot of them that crashed, but still, you got up there in the points for your best finish of the year. If you're still with us, can you talk us through what you went through your head in that drive today?
You've become the underdog of the
MidWest
I guess
F1
the
League.
group.
Kenny had the fastest lap. I looked. He set a 1:45.983.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
But as you were saying, Tim.
I believe that might have been Mahi, yeah. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, we've noticed that the past couple of weeks you've struggled a little bit with being able to keep clean on the track, and I believe you got into a few incidents today, but yeah, able to I guess stay in it, because staying in it allowed you to pick up your best finish of the year. So yeah, it's a really good drive in the end, being able to pick up, I believe it was 9th. Yes. Yeah. So I guess
you
on
take them when you get them.
Oh yeah. So I guess on behalf of the whole MidWest F1 League, really good job today, Tim.
No problem. But I guess I'll take us home here. If you got any final thoughts there, Stat.
Yeah, it's obviously it's been a really fun race in the end. Definitely a Vietnam.
I think we cut out there. Can you, Stat? Are you with me here, bud?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, let's try
Did
that
we have
again.
a problem?
Okay.
Okay. I'll try
give me
and
a second.
remember what I said.
Okay. Sorry there, but all right, let's hit that again.
So yeah, like this race has definitely been a very interesting one. Definitely a Vietnam 2.0 with the amount of DNFs, but we had a lot of exciting action right to the end, which is great to see still with a reduced grid in the end. So yeah, can't wait for next week.
Yeah. And as you said that we had a Vietnam 2.0, we're gonna have a Vietnam 3.0. As guess what? The next race is September 3rd at Monaco. So that will be a race of survival, in my opinion, as all these drivers here today put up the best effort they could. Unfortunately, a lot of them couldn't put up a full race worth of effort. But with that being said, as for Stat, and as for me, and as for the Midwest F1 League, we thank you for joining us here on the Thursday night for where it is for me here in Canada, in Vancouver here on the Pacific Coast, and Thursday night still for the East Coast. And for my friend Stat, is currently Friday morning, turning into afternoon right now, right? It's nearly noon.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go.
It's about 1 o'clock now.
Yeah, see, I'm getting pretty good at your time zone now. But we are going to be taking I think it's going to be a 6-day and 22 and a half hour break. So we're just going to take a little breather here. But tomorrow is going to be the first practice Grand Prix. I'm not sure if that will be live, but we will inform you all if it is. But we are getting that F2 league set up, as we didn't even bring that up at all today. But the F2 league...
No, we didn't.
Yeah. Oh, just quickly...
We are having a practice race tomorrow night.
Jeez, we didn't even talk about that once. Oh my god. That was just the way that the race went, is it completely took our minds away from what we were hoping to get across to these viewers, but unfortunately we did not. But with that being said, F1 League practice race tomorrow. Hopefully we can get the whole thing set up by next Friday. I believe that we should, and there will be a lot of cool announcements going on to that, and we will fill everyone in by next Thursday, and Monaco at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, and for my friend here in Australia, it will be
11:30.
11:30, and then until then, the next day, yes, Friday. But until then, we say thank you for joining us on this lovely Thursday afternoon or night, Friday morning, and we will hopefully see you guys next week. Goodbye.